All right, so in this document, I'm going to share with you why your prospects don't show up on Zoom calls, where you might be struggling converting people that you've booked on a call. You're always chasing leads and things of that nature. And this is the reason why. The reason why is actually highlighted in Eugene Schwartz's book, Breakthrough Advertising, right? You might be able to maybe cold call or send some emails or write an ad to bring someone, but they don't buy from you or they don't show up or things of that nature. And it all comes down to understanding where your market stands, where they are, and their level of awareness and sophistication, which comes down to your product or offer, right? It's very crucial to understand this because it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, you don't get show ups or your product doesn't convert and you might be struggle. So this is what it comes down to. There's different stages that you need to understand, right? And these stages are called the states of awareness, right? When one person knows, for example, you're offering your AI services or consulting to someone knows what ChatGPT is, someone understands its capabilities, someone understands its future possibilities of what's coming. Their level of awareness is probably mid-level, right? You can convert those people if your offer is good. But if someone doesn't even understand AI, they might not even have any understanding of it and might be even anti AI or whatever your product or service is. So you're going to struggle, and that is going to lead you to think, oh, my offer is not good, which is wrong. In reality, that person is at probably a lower state than what you want it to be when it comes to closing a deal. So state one is most aware, the easiest people to kind of close. They know AI. Let's just say, use the example of it. They know what ChatGPT is. They understand your services, what it does, what the future holds, how fast it's going, where it's going, potentially AGI, singularity, all those things. So they're in the game. They understand the opportunity, right? Now, these people, you could call them warmers, but they're interested in what you have to offer, and all you really have to do is kind of lead them to the solution, either save them time or get him more money, revenue, whatever your end goal is, and they'll buy on to your services, right? Now, the second type of people, or they might understand the product, but they don't know what it's going to do for it yet. They don't understand it yet. They don't know its capabilities. Maybe they don't have the desire for it. They don't know if it benefits their business. They just don't know what it could do for them yet. And if you show them that solution, for example, if you're using AI, let's say you're targeting people who have a hard time spending a lot of time cold calling or doing things of that nature, and you show them services that AI solves that, giving them that time, now you're making them more product aware, increasing your chances of doing that. One way you could do this is by giving them a lot of case studies, showing them examples of the offer, showing them examples of the product. Let's say if you're using a cold calling service or a lead qualifier, you call their number if you have that, and let them take it for test spin, things of that nature, right? Not just talk about the metrics and things that, or what it could do for you. Give them a taste test, right? The stage three that they're solution aware. The customer has a desire and a problem, but no knowledge of your solution. They don't understand the solution yet, right? So let's use the example for the cold calling. The realtors understand that they have to pick up the phone, right? They have to cold call, they have to kind of chase leads down, but they don't know that there's an AI that could do that for them, giving them about 30, 40 hours a week and time back, right? So your job is to basically educate them through messaging, examples, run them through, give them case studies, what it's capable of, how much time, things of that nature, and pretty much use content to give this messaging to them. Usually it takes about 7 hours to kind of get someone to go up to this stage of awareness. So if you can do more content, produce more content to them, leading them up these stages of awareness, you're going to be in a good position, right? Now we have another state 4, problem aware. Now these people might understand that they have a problem, but they have no desire or any knowledge of the solution. They know, oh, I'm wasting a lot of time, quote call, I'm wasting a lot of time trying to chase down leads. But they don't understand that there's a solution out there or the knowledge that even exists out there. Right? So what you have to do in your messaging is you have to create the desire, then connect that to the need of your product that it solves. What does that mean? That means you have to actually be like, hey, you have a hard time calling these people. They're putting you on hold. They're wasting your time. So you have to create that desire, almost tapping to this pain point and making them aware of the problem that they have, which is the pain point, bringing that pain point into the spotlight. Hey, let's say you talk to this person, their prospect, you tell them, hey, you have a hard time calling these people. They're always putting you, wasting your time. They don't respect your time. They don't show up. They don't pick up the phone. These things that. Next week, when they go to call the prospect, they're going to understand, oh, maybe I am wasting my time. A week has gone by, they start seeing their problem, and then if you do a good job of following up with them, leading them up to that ladder, then you could get them on a call and get them conversions, right? So focus on the pain points when it comes to this state and show them how your services can actually solve that. Now, the last one is unaware. The person who's absolutely unaware. This person is like completely unaware, way behind in everything. They don't even know they have a problem. They're doing things the old way, maybe networking. They don't even know anything that's out there that could make their life easier or any solution. Now, what you do with these people, the messaging, you focus on bringing them to your world. So let's say someone is doing word of mouth or referrals to get customers. You have to kind of pretty much bring them to your world. Oh, you can use technology. You can use social media. You can use attention, presence. You could put $1 into Meta or Facebook, and you could get a lead that will come to you for the price of $1 or $3. And then you could also use this solution, the AI solution, to probably call these people and follow up with them consistently to qualify them instead of you hammering out the phones, wasting your time, energy, mental health, whatever the case is, and then get a actual qualified person for you to meet and then go close that deal. Now you have potentially 5,000-10,000 in commissions generated from a few dollars and no effort of work, right? So this is a very interesting position to be in. These people take the longest, the hardest, but that's just part of the game. These people are scattered in different states. You have to your job is to improve your messaging and your thesis, your content, and position yourself in the market if you want to increase your conversions, right? So when it comes to all this, what we can expect is the more sophisticated we get, the more we're in this market and producing and creating content and understanding which stage we're at in our business and why things convert, our own sophistication level goes up. The market sophistication levels also go up with it over time. So if you're producing content around AI, there's also going to be a lot of other people doing the same thing, meaning in a matter of time, people are going to understand AI. The market is going to be saturated with AI, and therefore it may be easier for you to sell over time. Now, when this happens, this is where you have to your understanding of copy, messaging, and differentiation has to come in effect. We're not there yet. It's going to take some time. But if you look at the example of, for example, automations a year or 2 years ago, every person probably knows about automations at this point or is using them. Some type of SaaS, whatever they have in place. You go back 2 to 4 years from now, social media, Instagram, right? At the time when the offer was in the market, let's say SMMA offer, social media management, you had to go into the grind. You had to pretty much operate from the unaware, which now people are aware, most of them. But it's the market sophistication has shifted. Now the market is going to be harder to tap into because you have to differentiate your messaging and the way you can get these people to buy your services versus somebody else. Do you understand how it goes? It's almost like a pendulum, right? The earlier you are, the easier it's going to be for you to sell, to capture the attention and lead that person through your content and solution to becoming them aware of what you have to sell and the problems that they have, so you can increase your conversion and make them a client versus being in the knife fight when the market is at a peak of its sophistication and you're trying to basically get them to buy from you versus somebody else. So if you're at this stage, your agency, your consult, your first to market is a good solution to be in, right? And if you're not, well, that's the gist of the business. Okay, so how do you apply these to current business models you're doing right now? Now, you might be operating in the agency method. You might be operating in the consultant method, right? Maybe creating a mastermind, selling information, or you might be offering services in terms of, hey, we do these things for you. How do you apply this? You can apply these principles basically if you offer these messages to different client needs by understanding market position. So for an agency, you have to kind of analyze where that person's at, what's the best offer for them, what they could use, and which strategies they could use in that market. So if someone is looking to increase leads, you have to basically look at them as their business. Hey, you're not producing enough leads because your volume is low. So we have to focus on two different methods, organic and paid. Both of them have different strategies. For organic, we're going to have to deploy this system, editors, it's a service, it's a monthly service we're going to have to do, but it's going to pay long term. For right now results, we have to deploy ads so we can get instant results and feedback so we can get some cash flow and make this valuable to you so you can pay us our retainer monthly. Now for consultants, it might be a different story. For consultants, you might have to look at where the market is going, position yourself around your audience, the pain points, and give them a solution based on potentially what they could do now to be ahead of the game in a sense. If you understand your market, you have to offer them things that gives them that leverage point that allows them to go further than the rest. So for example, how could you align with them? If you're a consultant, you could use AI to see their processes, whatever processes they're using right now. Let's say their processes is to identify a certain amount of analytics within their market. You have to find out how you could structure something for them and showcase that to them so they could basically go in the market and do it themselves, right? And you can help build these systems out, creating efficiencies in their pipeline, if that makes sense, right? So that being said, understanding where your market is, their sense of awareness and their sophistication allows you to increase your conversions. All right, so if this video was helpful to you, make sure you check out more videos like this. And if you want an example of some email copy that you can target different people, here's an example. So here's what it would look like if you were to send a cold email for someone who is most aware in the market. All right, this is a template you could use or build up on your own. But for example, a subject would be, hey, James, are you ready to buy? Hey, James, you know what our product does? Now it's time to buy. We're just reminding you that it's here and ready for you to order. Okay, so that might be an example of the most aware, someone who understands your market, and you could send that cold message to. Now, the product aware person will probably look like something like this. Subject line: still thinking about buying this product? See why you'll love it. Hey, customer name. We know you're familiar with our product, but maybe you haven't taken the plunge yet. Here's why you'll love it. Benefit one with the social proof. It solves this pain point. It solves that pain point. It solves this pain point. Social proof. You understand? They're becoming more. Their level of awareness is going up as you're giving these things in. For that person, you might not need to, because they understand that, right? So the solution aware with the pain point. They don't know their pain point, so we need to bring that pain point into light for this person. Struggling with finding leads, here's the solution. Are you struggling with this pain point? We have this product that solves your pain point. Find out how you could use this product to transform your experience, whatever the case is, and this is the company, right? Then the last one is problem aware. Do you recognize this problem? Are you having a dry pipeline, for example? They might be having a dry pipeline. Hey, James, do you ever find yourself dealing with having a dry pipeline? You want to hit your targets, but it's not really happening well for you. It doesn't have to be this way. Our product is designed to solve this by allowing you to understand why dry pipelines happen. Here's how you could find out more, okay? And this is completely for the unaware person. This is how it would look like. Are you missing out on making money in your sleep, for example? Hey, you may not realize this yet, but there's a challenge that many people face: creating cash flow without putting any real inputs. This is where our product comes in. Describe the mechanism. Our product helps you create cash flow without putting any time and effort or doing multiple things, managing people, hiring VAs, doing ads, things of that nature. Here's how you can learn about this problem. So that person wasn't even aware that they even had a problem in the first place, but you hooked them in and you gave him a possibility of something that's out there. So this was just an example for you to kind of understand what it looks like. And going back to Eugene Short's scientific and the breakthrough advertising, you'll kind of find out exactly how this can increase your conversions if you're trying to convert people through consulting agencies, your product, whatever the case you're bringing to the market, right? So I hope this video was helpful to you. Make sure you check out the link in the descriptions for more resources, information that can help increase your business revenue or yourself. All right, I'll see you on the next video.